What's up, guys? It's Jeramie with JeramieLu Photography. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We are going to be talking about contract and what happens when your client wants to change your contract in order to book you. Let's talk about it right now. What's going on, guys? It's Jeramie with JeramieLu Photography. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If this video helps you out in any way, give it a thumbs up and then click that bell for notifications. It'll tell you every time I come on. Guys, this is very simple and this is a lesson learned for me. In the past, I don't do it anymore, but this is something that might help you. And it's very simple. Every once in a while, you will send your contract out with all of your contract layouts, everything, all your little revisions and all that stuff. You'll send it out to a client. And every once in a while, you'll get a client send it back with maybe some red marks or something to change or take out. And the big question is it worth changing your contract in order to book this client? Now, most of the times it's model release stuff. Most of the times a client wants to get a little bit more detail into what you're supposed to be doing. So maybe your contract isn't foolproof. Maybe you haven't had an attorney look at it. And maybe your client just wants to change it. That's a little bit different. But what I highly recommend before you send any contract out is pay an attorney, pay a lawyer a little bit of money, whatever they charge, to look over your contract, your general contract. Maybe you have one for weddings, portraits, events. Have them look over your general contract and make sure that it's amazing and it works for you. If you guys are part of PPA.com, they have this kind of built in. You can pay somebody to do that as well, or just find an attorney that does business insurance, maybe somebody that works with photographers, and they can actually look through it and give you some points, some pointers, some tips, what to take out, what not to say, and change your wording in order to make your contract safe for you. Now, remember, before we get into this, a contract is just a meeting of the minds, right? I'm not an attorney. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to give you guys tips on what to do with your contract, but this is just if somebody wants to change it. The reason you're sending a contract to somebody is because you're telling them how your business is run. If you get a contract back and they're not signing it and they want to make all these changes, like, hey, I don't want you to sign a model release. Hey, I don't want you to eat. Hey, I want to have the full raw photos of everything that I've shot. You have to then decide, is this going to be worth changing my contract to book it? Or am I going to do what I should do as a business person and say, this is my contract, sign it or leave it? Do you have the balls to do that? And that is where we're at right now. I will tell you now, 12 years into my business, my contract has been looked over. It is solid. It is everything that I need as a photographer to run a full business with that contract. It's a meeting of the minds. They understand my copyright. They understand what they can do with the photos. They understand how I'm going to shoot, when delivery is, when the shoot is, how much it's going to cost. It's all built into my contract. And if they want to come at me and take something out or remove something, it's going to be a no at this point in my career. And the reason I say that is because this contract not only protects me as a photographer, it protects them as a client as well. There is no reason why, if I don't offer raw photos or unedited photos, that I want them to come back and say, we want these photos. Now, there's things that I'll change for a price difference, but that's really about it. I have a model release built into my contract for reasons of model releases. And if you don't understand that, I highly recommend looking up the reasons we have model releases. I don't really want to work with somebody that doesn't trust me and my contract. For them to ask questions about my contract is totally cool, but if they want to change everything completely, it's just not going to work for me. And it shouldn't work for you. Guys, remember why you have a contract. You have a contract because it's protecting you. And the reason that they're changing it is usually to get one under on you, right? Is to make you look dumb, to get more out of you than should be, to get their monetary value to go further of what your art dictates. So when you get a new contract, when you get a contract out and you get one back towards you, I highly recommend taking a breath before responding, reading exactly what they're changing and why. Sometimes people want to change model release. They don't understand what it is. Maybe they don't want it on social media. That's stuff that you can change. And if you're okay with not posting on social media, cool. Take a breath, take a day, and then respond to them. That'll be the best way for you to deal with contracts. They're all different. But after you've been doing this for a while, you start to see the same things come back and forth. And there's things that you just don't change. You shouldn't change. So let me know if you guys have questions on that. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Comment below. Hope you guys are having a good day. I will talk to you later. Bye.